because when you do a 2D tool here and you start with a box, the great thing about it is like once you click tab, right, tab, you see how, so this is how it's my model is looking really, but once you kind of do this, you see how it actually has a curve already, right, with you having to do a lot of work. Now, of course, this is very destructive, and I'm sure that whoever knows how to use Rhino will actually tell me how awful this mesh is or this 2D thing is, but for somebody that is learning, I'm like, okay, this is great because at least I can wing it and I can actually start bringing these things here, right? Then I can start doing the same thing that I was doing before, right? I can do this and that, and then I can be stretching and do this, but in general, it has already the curve. It already has like a more, already from the beginning, I don't have to be worrying about that. And then from there, the great thing is just that it really becomes more like sculpting, right? Because at that point you can move these here, you can keep doing that, like up, down, and yeah, and it becomes really like sculpting, right? Like, and then so for instance, you can do these wider, you can do like, you can change the scale of this, you can change the scale of that here. So really, it's not now. On the bad thing about this, right, it's not something you can just duplicate right away. Like, if you tell me to redo this one here, I'm not gonna be able to redo it exactly how it was there because it's very disruptive method. Like, I would not be able to replicate this because there's a lot of sculpting that goes into it. It's like when somebody sculpts a face or something again and do exactly the same thing, it's hard to do it. Now I understand why a lot of people do use Rhino, Grasshopper, and those that are parametric, that have already a like language, because you can generate these things with already numbers with numbers and sliders, and becomes a lot less destructive. Where if you want to replicate the shape or that, you just copy that and copy the the basic geometry, and you will potentially end up with exactly the same thing, but not with this, right?